Gurubhyom Namaha. Today, few words about Lakshmi astottaram I wanted to say. When I was 22 or so, I was not properly paid as a lecturer in Hyderabad. And even I was not having money even to have the proper breakfast. At that time also, once in a week, on Saturday or Friday, I was going to Balaji's Mandir, and 1 rupee I was paying for Lakshmi astottaram. I was getting it done by the priest. I was not knowing Lakshmi astottaram by heart by that time. Later on, I was reading the books, and that is a different issue. Normally, I was doing because of my busy office work. At the age of 53, when I have taken VRS, a gentleman was, who is in 70s, he was telling about Maya. Lakshmi itself, they call it Maya. Maya means she is capable of doing anything. That was the Maya. I was not understanding that particular one. Later on, I understood its importance. Then his daughter-in-law, her husband was an education officer in Kendriya Vidyalaya. When I went to their house, she was by hearting, and Lakshmi astottaram she was chanting. And the husband was getting promotion after promotion and higher positions. I realized that Lakshmi astottaram is very, very powerful at that time itself. Then I made it a point to by heart myself also. I did it. And then what happened is, after my VRS, I joined the one bank, and for certain reasons my salary was brought down because the department was getting closed down, and I was given a department. Before that, let me say a few words. One of my junior boss wanted to control me. He is in the 40s, I am 51. I was not caring too much for him. Maybe his ego was hurt, whatever it is. He's a good man, but kind of things like that. But when I was originally given a department, some head of a department, later on when the department is shelved, I thought I will be brought under his control. But luckily, from head office, they wanted another department to be created, and they wanted another head for that. So they found me. So again, I am an independent one. What I am trying to say is, the goddess Lakshmi helped me to my kirtim ruddhin dadhatu me. It protects my honor. So nobody could control me, and I was made independent department. Money is not a great issue for me. Your independence matters, is it not? You will have your own satisfaction. I was given 2 people under me, chartered accountants. I was monitoring. That is a different issue. Now, when my salary was slightly reduced, one of the top boss, after 2 or 3 years, he told, you are doing a very good work. Why don't you ask for a hike in the salary? You give a letter, I will recommend. Accordingly, I gave a letter, and the salary was increased by some 15% hike was there. Then, for 6 months, you believe it or not, work was not much, a lot of work was not there in the office. I was sitting in the computer. I had to clear the loan proposals once the juniors prepare home loan accounts to be opened. Then, for 6 months, every Friday, I was doing 100 times Lakshmi astottaram. I was doing about, after taking bath between 7:40 to 8:30, about 30 I was completing. And while coming to the office, in the bus waiting, whatever it is, another 20. Then sitting in my office before the computer, when the work is not there, before 1 o'clock itself, I was completing 100. And I was keeping Lakshmi photo, and once the Lakshmi astottaram is over, I was touching her feet. The Lakshmi photo was so beautiful, with the lotus posture, with the 2 elephants on either side. I managed to get that photo in my office near my computer. Nobody is observing what I am doing. So after 6 months, my salary suddenly got doubled. What happened, The head of the department of the HR changed. They wanted to change the salary structure. I am an officer on special duty, my salary need not be changed. But for designation purpose, they have called me deputy manager rank. Salary was not given for that of a deputy manager. But she thought I am deputy manager really, and she increased my salary like that. All my colleagues were fully jealous and surprised how you got it. So when I satisfied a human being, salary increased by 15%. When I satisfied the goddess Lakshmi, she increased it by double. So this is an example I wanted to say. This is my first-hand experience. I was maintaining celibacy and doing this Lakshmi astottaram. That important I wanted to inform you. Another great Sanskrit scholar, he is a principal in TTD, Sanskrit Kalashala. He told, it is Tama. Lakshmi Astottaram is Tama means how to tell you positiveness, comparative and superlative. In Sanskrit, the superlative is called as Tama. Comparative is known as Tara. Saubhagya, Saubhagyatara, Saubhagyatama. So in Lakshmi Astottaram, it was very clearly mentioned by Lord Shiva. She is a very kind lady, she will give it. So this is the thing I wanted to mention. And then Kanakadhara Stavam is there. Kanakadhara Stavam done by Shankaracharya. No doubt people say that her look will give us all the benefit. The last line is very interesting. Pradhamam Patrama, he says, that means of all the persons that are needed the money, I am the first person to be given. Because actually probably when Shankara rendered that particular Kanakadhara Stavam, that old lady, the widow, she doesn't have any money at all. So she deserves of all the people the benefit to be given. She has given me reasonably good money to me in my life. I do not want to pray God for money, but there is a particular thing all of you should know. Kirtim Vruddhim Dadhatu me. In 2 or 3 Lakshmi Hrudayam, Lakshmi Astottaram, everywhere, she is responsible to give you the fame and the prosperity. So, and in all aspects, for that we may do it. It is not that I am particular about getting a name or anything, but for that reason. And then another astrologer told for your benefit, Kanakadhara Stavam, there is a particular word, Kalyaname Vahatuma. She is responsible for getting marriages and good things to be done in the house. So that is an essential point. You have to keep it in mind. Where any girl or boy to get married, do sankalpam and then Kanakadhara Stavam sincerely if you do, that matters. But Shraddha is important, all these things. Though I may be doing very fast Lakshmi Astottaram, but when it comes to the end of that particular one, I do it. And then Bhavada Vasudha Drushti Desena, the Kanakadhara Stavam, it says, Avalokayamam Yakinchu Mam, a little look of you is capable of giving Indra Padavi. But point here is, you don't stand here like this and then goddess photo down and you look down. That is not the way. I do not suggest it. When goddess photo is there, you see my image, I will bend and the goddess photo is there and I feel that look is coming to me. That is how when you do sashtangam and look to her, avalokayamam makinchananam bhavada vasudha drushti, to her, her nature will be more blessed with that kind of things. Another, I would think, probably in earlier stage videos, I might not have covered this point. When there is a yantram in your house, make it a point that Naivedyam is must. Suppose you are going out of station and you don't have the time to do puja for yantras, keep it on the rice. Then the prayashchit will be there. No bad thing will happen. That is the essential point. And but goddess Lakshmi likes milk. Try to offer milk also to her and offer a flower, these things, if in the house. Otherwise, your devotion itself is essential. Hrudayastha, she says. So these are the few things, the Lakshmi Astottaram and Lakshmi, even Kanakadhara Stavam. These are the 2 essential things you may carry out. There is a Karanyasam and Anganyasam for Lakshmi Astottaram. If you can do it, wonderful. These are all the things I wanted to pass on for Lakshmi Astottaram, particularly on Pushyami day, on Friday, and Friday, Saturday, Thursday evening, if you can do, you will be very much blessed. Thank you all. May God bless you. Om Tat Sat.